7578. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. All yours, boss man. Two straighter. Before we start, everyone should have got some mic money today. And if you keep coming, you'll get enough to buy items when we have our next big sale. So let's get started. Welcome, guests and Rotarians. Please rise if you can. We're going to start with God Bless America this morning. God bless America. Land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. Light with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white as snow. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. Thank you, Sue. Our invocation thought of the day, Sal.
Good morning. On this International Women's Day, as we celebrate and give thanks for the achievements of women, we remember the women who have played a part in our lives, those who have nurtured us, taught us, inspired us, loved us. Forgive us when we have limited women through inequality, by stereotype, by exclusion, through lack of opportunity. On this International Women's Day, as we acknowledge the challenges that women still face, we pray that all women may know equally of healthcare, of education, of wealth, of prospects. We pray that all women know themselves to be respected, safe, included, and empowered. Amen.
Would you be seated? Eric? Yes, visiting Rotarians. Thank you, Sue. I know we have quite a few guests today. I don't think we have a complete list here, so welcome to everyone who is here today. Eric, anybody in particular you want to know? I know we have a district governor here. Prospective member.
From Wade, chatting with him the other day at a meeting.
Nice having you here today. And District Governor Bob Hoball. Nice round of applause for Bob. And you are.
I'll be introducing everybody else.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you for letting me know how this is going to work today. By the way, I'm Mike Waddell. I am the president of the Emmaus, proud president of the Emmaus Rotary Club. Thrilling to have everybody here today for this wonderful celebration. So at this time, Sal, I don't think we have anything else to do before we turn it over to District Governor Bob Hoball wants to say a word or two, and then he will turn it over to Alicia, and we will start the formal presentations today.
Thanks, President Mike. It's a real honor to be here for the third time for International Women's Day celebrations. We always have such wonderful award winners. I'm thinking of women in Rotary, and particularly women in Rotary in North America. Sylvia Whitlock, 1987. 1990, Alicia, you joined Rotary, didn't you? 1991, I sponsored my first woman Rotarian, Barbara Stratton, in the Kutztown Club. Since then, there have been so many. You can't identify all of them. We have a tremendous celebration of folks here today. I just want to say that I believe that if we wouldn't have women in Rotary, Rotary wouldn't be in North America the way it is now. So thank you very much. Alicia, you're up.
Yeah.
Gwen's husband has.
Let's hope that I don't mess it up and I know how to do it.
Thank you. Thank you. 111 years ago, on March 19, 1911, The almighty international suffragettes forged an action with purpose for equality and started International Women's Day, which was supported by over 1 million people in Austria, Denmark, Germany, and Switzerland. Today celebrated worldwide, and we're encouraged to reflect upon the important roles women have in society, how far equal rights have come, and to celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women all around the world. March is also Women's History Month here in the United States. In 1987, Congress passed a joint resolution, public law designating it. Since 1988, US presidents have issued the annual proclamation to observe with appropriate ceremonies and activities. And today, for the 5th year, we, the Emmaus Rotary Club, and Rotarians from District 7430, come together to recognize and honor 2 women for their achievements in the field of volunteer humanitarian work and peace and understanding, who will be introduced later on by members of our community, as shown on the agenda. There are copies of the agenda on your table, only one, but you can pass it around, as well as bios of our 2 honorees. Joining us in the celebration, we have special guests whom I have the pleasure and the honor of introducing. We have Gary Engelhardt, this year's Woman Rotarian Awardee's partner in life, as she calls him, Gary, and also a Rotarian himself with the Allentown West Rotary Club. Liliana Arias Holman, Liliana, there you are. And she is a guest of this year's Community Woman Awardee. 2021 Woman Rotarian Awardee, Linda Major, Linda, past president of the Socorro Center Valley Rotary Club. Our first 2018 Community Woman Awardee, Jennifer Driscoll, Jennifer, founder and executive director of Lily's Hope Foundation. Last year's Community Woman Awardee, Prava Sina, Prava, founder and executive director of Pratyush Sina Foundation. Our district governor, Bob Hobo, district governor-elect Len Wiesler, district governor nominee Diana Donaher, Gail Mika, president of the Allentown West Rotary Club, Kathy Fraser, president of the Allentown Rotary Club, and Richard Tran, East Bend Press photographer. Joining us virtually, she was supposed to join us virtually, I hope she did, was our 2019 Community of Women Awardee, Janae Holzhafer, the founder of the Kindness Project.
Yes, Jean is on.
Okay, is she there?
Yes.
Welcome, welcome, Janae. How do Rotary clubs celebrate International Women's Day? By honoring the history and importance of women in Rotary and women in leadership roles in our community, and showcasing their humanitarian work and service above self, locally and internationally. If you go to the website and you just Google Rotary International Women's Day, you will see all over the world what Rotarians are doing to honor women on this day. History tells us that from 1950 to 1980, Rotary clubs from various countries and the USA introduced legislation to our eyes, Rotary International, to admit women in Rotary. Finally, on January 25th, 1989, at its first meeting after the 1987 US Supreme Court decision, the Council on Legislation voted to officially accept women in Rotary. Here you see the first woman president of a Rotary club. And let's see if I know how to use that, this Eric. Do I just?
Hang on. It should work, Alicia. Yeah, no,
Well,
you're flipping it on my screen. Hang on.
Well, I don't want
Nope,
to
don't-
hold
yeah,
the
don't-
meeting because we only have a few minutes, but yes, I keep talking. She was the first woman president of the Rotary Club in 1987, even before the official announcement by Rotary in 1989. Since 1989, we keep moving in the right direction, thanks to all Rotarians, all Rotarians. As of today, 33 years later, of the 1.3 million Rotary members worldwide, about 292,000 or 25% plus are women. And this last year, let's also celebrate that on July 1st, Jennifer E. Jones, Next slide, please. Of the Rotary Club of Windsor, Roseland, Ontario, Canada, will become the first woman president of Rotary International. Next slide, please. Her president's theme is Imagine Rotary. You can see on this slide the message she conveyed to the Rotary Club president-elect this past January. Incoming our president, Jennifer Jones, membership goals include, next slide, please. Women to make up 30% of Rotary members by 2023, engaging members and embracing change. She's also strongly committed to Rotary's commitment and policies regarding diversity, equity, and inclusion. I also want to take this opportunity to pay homage to our first District 74 Rotary Governor, Yvette Palmer. Next slide, please. Yeah. Yvette was a mentor to many of us, myself included. And although she's no longer with us, her memory lives with us. The district's Purple Pinky event is named after her, and the Rotary Leadership Institute set up its prestigious faculty awards in her memory. One more fact about women Rotarians in our area that I think you'll find interesting. Next slide, please. Wendy Bodie from the Allentown Rotary Club was the first woman in our district to join Rotary on May 1st, 1989, less than 4 months after women were accepted in Rotary. We Rotary clubs and Rotarians need to continue to celebrate International Women's Day to identify and recognize women for their humanitarian service and do all we can to truly make a positive difference for women. We also need to continue to bring women into Rotary. Now here to introduce our first honoree is Courtney Kennedy, fellow Emmaus Rotarian and member of the International Women's Day Committee.
So I am here to announce the winner of our Rotary Women's Award. So she's a Rotarian. The Rotary Award, when we're choosing our Rotarian, we're looking at the years of service in Rotary. We're looking at both local and international service and the positive impact they make on the community. So our award this year goes to Gwen Carr, and Mike will be introducing or presenting the award in a second. But her resume is listed. We have on every table is a copy of her resume, but to give a couple highlights. Gwen has been a member of the Allentown West Rotary for 17 years. She served on the membership, fundraising, dictionary, communications, scholarship, public image, and Purple Pinky teams, as well as on the AWRC board. She was the chair for the Tempting Taste fundraising event, which raised in excess of $150,000 over the years that she was chair. She served as the program director of Bill Weber's district conference. As an educator, Ms. Carr looked for high quality programs for this event. Her focus was on programs that would provide the district with international opportunities. And during Engineers Week, which is kind of a soft spot for me, that in 2009, she was introduced to one of the speakers who was with Engineers Without Borders, Lehigh Valley, and that's EWBLVP. Mrs. Carr joined EWBLVP and served as their communications directors, as well as volunteer for their fundraising activities. She's currently advisor to the Standing Committee for Project Management at the Engineers Without Borders national level. And she also provides project management training to student EWB chapters throughout the United States. She serves as the chair of the District 743's Learning Committee. And she joined the District 7430 STEM YAY, which is the STEM Youth Explorer Academy team, as a project manager. And she serves on the curriculum development, communications, and finance teams. Mrs. Carr worked with the SETI development team in Mountain View, California, to infuse various STEM modules with the Rotary areas of focus. This was a difficult battle, eventually yielding a curriculum that the SETI team acknowledged as their best effort for middle school students. Gwen grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia, received a bachelor's degree in education from St. Joseph's University and a master's degree in education from Chestnut Hill College. She's an experienced educator, having taught kindergarten through master's degree programs for 25 years. She and her partner for life, Gary Egelhart, they co-founded the Pegasus organization, And they've worked through the United States and South Africa, providing project management, assessments, consulting, education, and project development. Glenn has 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters. And I'm going to pass it over to Mike, who is going to present the awards.
I like to think of myself as a busy person. Apparently, I'm a slacker. Man, you set the bar way too high for the rest of us mere mortals here. Congratulations to you. I know we have a. This looks like Service about National Women's Day. So you start with that one. Alicia, what else do we have here? That's very nice. Others are going to center. Yes, thank you. That's very cool. Merry Rotary Christmas to you. House of Representatives. Very good, yes. And the Paul Harris Award. For those of us who are Rotarians, we know what a Paul Harris means. It's something very, very important, and it's not given out lightly to anyone. So to earn it for service above self is certainly incredibly important and very distinguished to get this. So we present this to you. I'm sure you have a few of these already. You can't have too many of those. Congratulations to you. Let's get something about.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay.
Again, the thorn among the roses here, but that's okay.
Well, good morning, everybody. And thank you again. I'm so honored today to be here with you. It's a little nerve-wracking because I look at all of you and think of everything that you do. So thank you. I'm really honored. Gary's going to be my clicker today. So just a few words. So where did it start? Well, it actually started with Dr. Dan Crane. He's the past president of the Allentown West Rotary Club. And I had moved to the Lehigh Valley and I didn't know anybody. And he actually invited me to come to a meeting in Allentown West. And it was a great meeting, great presentation. At the end of the meeting, he said, well, you know, maybe you'd like to join this group. And I thought, oh, he must think I'm pretty special because this group is really impressive. So that's where it started. It started back 18 years ago with Dr. Dan Crane. And that expanded my world and it really introduced me to a lot of good people. So from there, where did it go? Well, Bill Weber, past district governor of our district, he asked a big ask of me. And that ask was, would I work with him on his conference? And he charged me with coming up with speakers for his conference. And that really weighed on me heavily because as an educator, I know sometimes you go to conferences and not so good. Sometimes they're great. So I looked and looked and looked and I found this wonderful opportunity. A new group was starting in the Lehigh Valley. It was Engineers Without Borders. And so I contacted John Sarusi, the president of Engineers Without Borders, and he said, oh, sure, we'd be glad to come and present at the conference. And I could only give him a short amount of time. Well, I have to tell you, that short amount of time really made a difference for our conference. And people stopped John afterwards and his band of engineers, and Herb Klotz was in the band. And they just raved about the presentation. They wanted to know how could they get more involved. So this led us to some other things, and that again expanded my world. And at this point, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but Herb and I sort of joined forces. And he asked me to join Engineers Without Borders as their communications director. And he joined our Allentown West Rotary. And this added to a lot of asks. There were a lot of things that Herb asks, and he's still asking. You know how Herb is, he's always asking. But he was not only our past district governor, but also the president of Engineers Without Borders. And then Gary became the president of Engineers Without Borders. So we're still involved with Engineers Without Borders. Actually, yesterday, we were even doing some work with the National Engineers Without Borders. And we also work with their student chapters throughout the United States. So again, that was a big ask, but it led to a lot of adventures for us. And then another Weber, Sue Weber, she contacted me and she said, well, we know we have this auction we've been doing for years and we need something new. Could you come up with something new? So that's when Tempting Taste started. And that was a great event for the Allentown West Club. As was noted, we netted over $150,000 for our different community projects. And then we had another ask, and that was an anonymous member of the Allentown Club asked us to project manage the STEMIA project. And the STEMIA project, is a new program for the district that involves underserved middle school students. We're going to provide a residential STEM experience for them in July of this year. And that led to more people. So now I'm starting to work throughout the district. We have 10 different clubs. We have many, many, many people throughout the district that are involved in this. As of this morning, we have 64 students committed to the project. We have 23 clubs involved in the project. So you can see that this was a big ask, but it did lead to great things. And it, again, enlarged my world, enriched my world. And there were other asks along the way. So we have Dr. Amir Famili, and he was, again, from past president of the Allentown West Club. And he asked that I work on membership. So that was one of our great years for membership. And then we have Dr. Barbara Kistler. She asked me to work on scholarships, on fundraising, on membership. So the asks continue. Gail Mecca. Gail has a lot of asks. Gail has a lot of questions. I'm afraid to look at my phone sometimes. Here's Gail asking this question, and they're great questions. It's like, oh, I have to search back in my memory and figure out how we did that before and how should we do it in the future.
Hey, Gail.
Yeah, that's Gail. And Bill Palmer. He was always ready to provide advice. He still, kind of sends me notes. Are you sure you want to do this? I talked to my son about that, and that's not a good idea. So he's always giving me marketing advice. Then Cindy Horniman. She's always there. If I have a question, always provides good advice. And then from that, Linda Young. And Linda Young had a couple of asks, and you know how sweet Linda was. The way that she would ask you, you could not say no. There was no way. And then Linda introduced me to Bob. So from Bob, there's been a lot of asks. As you know, there's always asks from Bob. So all these things expanded my world, really enriched my life, made my world bigger, made my life better. So I would ask everybody here, don't forget to ask, because you don't know what you're going to get. And maybe start with a personal ask. Ask, how are you today? Is there something I can do for you? And then you can expand the asks. I find myself today doing a lot of asks. So I try to keep it personal. I try to be pleasant about it. And when they say no, I just try to move them a little bit more. So the power of asking is really something that we all need to embrace. And when Alicia asked me to talk about Rotary and what Rotary meant to me, it's really the power of asking, starting with a personal approach and moving from there. And I have a special ask today of all of you. First, would all the people from Allentown West stand up? So we have a lot of Allentown West people. So again, when Gail said, oh, you're going to be the one with the ERC. Oh, no. I said, I'm not good at this kind of thing. But I said, the reason that I do it is because of all of you. Because when I ask you, you return and you do things. So that's how we get things done. So I have another ask. I'm going to ask all the women who are here today to please stand up. Because, somebody tonight is going to ask, what's for dinner? Where are my socks? And you're going to say, don't worry, I have it covered. So again, all the women here today, thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you so much, Gwen, for your presentation. We are all so grateful for your service above self. I have the distinct honor of introducing this year's Community Award recipient, Clarice James. The Emmaus Rotary Club awards an International Women's Day Community Award to a woman from the Lehigh Valley who has an exemplary record of community service through volunteer work in any of Rotary International's 7 areas of focus. The areas of focus include arts, business, education, environment, health and wellness, public service, and social justice. This award also recognizes her outstanding professional contributions and achievements in her field. Only an Emmaus Rotary Club member can make a nomination for this year. This year's recipient was nominated by Wade George. Wade, thank you very much. Clarice James is the founder and executive director of an Allentown-based nonprofit organization called MIRA Resources. MIRA is an acronym for Migrant, Immigrant, Refugee, and Asylee Resources. Clarice's family emigrated from Colombia. As the first family member born in the United States, her life experiences have shaped her views and her commitment to helping people from all walks of life break through barriers by helping them gain access to equal opportunities. She began volunteering at the young age of 8 years old, right here in the Lehigh Valley, helping families in need. Since then, she has served as a mentor for the Mandela Washington Fellows as part of the Young African Leaders Initiative. She has advocated for migratory families through the Pennsylvania Migrant Education Program. It was through this experience that she realized that families were in need of services that just weren't being provided to them. It was her desire to meet their needs, and that is why she founded MIRA Resources. Its many projects have included setting up community gardens, helping the migrant community find job training programs and interviews, providing adult English classes and citizenship courses, helping people find resources such as Head Start programs, facilitating access to medical insurance and care, and referrals to attorneys and legal aid. A copy of Clarice's bio is on your table if you'd like to learn a little bit more about her. At this time, I'd like to invite our club president, Mike Waddell, to lectern to present Clarice with her award.
Hi, Clarice. Congratulations to you. I get to meet you beforehand. So what do we have here for Clarice? One of these service above self, it's from the Emmaus Rotary Club Community Award. Congratulations to you. Isn't that very, you put this on your desk?
Oh,
So-
yes.
Okay, so we have that. No, it does look fragile, doesn't it? And this is a check. And how much is this? $500. Aren't you special? Huh? Wow. I don't get one of these for being president. There you go. And the House of Representatives as well. So put all these things on your desk. Congratulations to you. This is really super great work that you're doing. Thank you, and I'll give you the microphone.
Okay, thank you. Hi, okay, so firstly, thank you so much, everybody, for letting me come here and talk. I do not have a presentation, but I do have a speech. So good morning, I am Clarice James. First and foremost, I would like to thank Wade for nominating me. And I would also like to thank Alicia for putting this award together. It's truly amazing that I can be here today accepting this award, which will hopefully help spread the word about my program even further. MIRA Resources is a nonprofit organization I founded in 2021. MIRA stands for Migrants, Immigrants, Refugees, and Asylees. Like the name, we aim to help those demographics and make their transition to our area easier. The reason I started this nonprofit is because I noticed there wasn't an organization in our area that helped with all things needed during this transition. Some of the resources that you guys already know, we aim to provide our clients with are ESOL classes, citizenship classes, jobs, housing, and much more. Some other resourcing we provide is clothing, furniture, space heaters when cold, and food when needed. What makes MIRA unique is we do these things all without funding. For example, if a family contacts us in need of a fridge or microwave, I will then contact my resources and try to find someone willing to donate one. These are just a few examples of what Mira has to offer our clients. Please visit our website at www.vmiraresources.org, or you guys are more than welcome to come talk to me after to learn about the many more resources and opportunities we provide our community. With that being said, one of my goals for Mira is to begin obtaining funding so we can compensate our staff, which would then further our reach. If you or anyone you know would be willing to become a part of Mira, we are currently accepting volunteers, interns, and donors for the program. I would once again like to thank Wade and Alicia for this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
Goodness, that was fast. Oh, excuse me, I was not ready to get back so fast in the podium. So give me a couple of seconds and I will be right there. Thank you. Thank you. This is like- Okay, well, every year it takes a team, doesn't it, to do anything. Dedicated Rotarians and supporters working together to have this important event, starting with the support of our club president, Mike Waddell, our board of directors, the International Women's Day Celebration Committee, and the support of all of you, fellow Rotarians, all of you. Thank you, President Mike Waddell, for being there for us every time we needed you, and for encouraging us to keep going. I said this every year because it is true. We are so proud to be the first club in our district to start this celebration in recognition in 2018. We look forward to many more years of honoring Rotarians and community women who go about giving and doing service of ourselves quietly and without expectations for notoriety or rewards. Megan Reed, we're counting on you as our incoming president for a successful 6th celebration next year. Thank you to our district leaders, the District Governor Barhovo, District Governor-elect Len Gisler, and District Governor nominee Diane Donaher for supporting us with your presence. It means a lot. Thank you. It takes the energy and the commitment of the Rotarians in our committee, David Dunn, Diane, Rose Galliano Phillips, Thorny Kennedy, to hold this event. Thank you for all your hard work. You're amazing, efficient, energetic, and always on time with anything that you promise to do. Thank you. And I go through this too because I think it is important that we recognize all the Rotarians that help put this thing together. As you can imagine, it takes a little work, but with the help of everybody, we get it done. So I would like to, first of all, is Doug Ragley here? He's not here, but Doug Ragley, our judge, is the one who year after year we go for help with assistance to obtain the citations. And thanks to him, believe me, no problem. Bill Ehrman for taking care of the Paul Harris Fellows recognition. Bill is over there. Mario Kozubo is not here, but Mario takes care of the donations that Mira just received from our club. Eric Luck for handling the technology and the Zoom platform so that everyone was able to enjoy and be a part of this celebration and to enjoy the slides. I hope that you like some of the slides that we have here. Salve Restro, in charge of our club program for handling communications and other important issues associated with this event, as well as being a valued event photographer. Thanks, Sal. These ladies are not here, but I think without them, we wouldn't have the citations on time. Jean Creedon from Representative Schlossberg's office in Allentown, and Loretta DeWalt from Senator Pat Brown's office. They take care of everything to ensure the citations are here and received on time. Deb Galbraith, who is not here today, and Rich Chartran. Thank you, Rich. from the East Penn Press for covering this event. Deb has assured me that you will see the article in the newspaper and then in the East Penn Press about this event, and she always does a fantastic job. Fellow Emmaus Rotarians and club presidents for your nominations. Every woman you nominate deserves recognition for the difference they are making in our community. Please do not get discouraged and keep showing your support for this important event to continue. Please submit your nominations. And to all of you fellow Rotarians for being here today to honor these two exceptional women and show your support for our committee's work. It is important that you show your support because that keeps us going. Last but certainly not least, thank you to our honorees, Wayne Carr and Clarice James, for helping make our local community and the world a better place for everybody. And thank you, Rotarians from the Allentown West Rotary Club, for coming to help us with honoring women. As modern day suffragettes, female, male, and all genders, let's continue to recognize, honor, and celebrate the important and impressive achievements of women globally. And now I will ask President Mike Waddell to come to the lectern to end the celebration.
Alicia, I gave you till 8:30. It's only 8:15.
Exactly.
This is a first. If you work with Alicia, I am very impressed here. You are very, very efficient. Bill Erdman, you raise your hand here.
Way to go, Alicia. Way to go.
Got asked. I haven't asked. Everybody's group. Please keep women and children, particularly all Ukrainians, in your thoughts and prayers as we go into our normal lives. What they're dealing with is unbelievable. So we talk about women around the world, what they're dealing with right now is horrendous. Please keep in your thoughts and prayers.
Thank you, Bill. And just a reminder, in our newsletter, The Trumpet, which Eric Locke puts out for now, there is a piece in there about helping with Ukrainian relief. So if you have an interest in that, you want to help, I know we have something in there this week. So any other comments maybe before we, I can't believe we're closing this early. I was thinking, what happened? Yeah, let's finish with a four-way test today, if we could, please. If you would please stand. Four-way test are the things we think, say, or do. First,
Is it the truth?
second,
Fair to all concerned.
third,
Will build goodwill and better friendships.
friendships. Fourth,
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And to all those visiting Rotarians, I know you've had a great time here today. If you'd like to join the Emmaus Rotary Club, you can come and have a great time. We're adjourned. Go forth and do good. We're going to do picture taking. Let's see what we have first. I think it's the winners first. So Clarice and Gwen, if you could come up here, please. Everybody hang